Hi, my name is Bob Silva. This is my hobby. I've been collecting Japanese glass floats for a number of years now. And as you can see, there's all different types, colors, sizes, shapes. I used to collect all different types, but now it's pretty much I look for the unusuals, like the binaries. That's unusual, and the larger netted ones. They're very unusual. That, and especially these that have the Japanese kanji marks, they call it. This one I'm not sure what it is. There's one that has they call it the double F. That means kita, or it means north in the Japanese language. And here it is right here. Can you see that, the double F? It looks one F and then the other F is backwards. So these are pretty good. They're hard, well, I don't know if they're hard to come by, but they're worth more if you want to resell them later on. When I collect these things, I go for the unusual colors, sizes, and shapes. Like this one I had bought a while back, and actually this was one that broke. So what I did was I just filled it up with smaller ones and made a collage, and so it's really unusual. But it's an interesting hobby. Actually, it's a dying art because they don't make these anymore, and if they do, they basically make them for commercial resale. But they're not used in the fishing industry anymore. But mainly, what they do now is they use these huge plastic floats because they're cheaper to make. But these were all hand blown. In fact, a lot of the colors are blue green because they were made from old sake bottles, the Japanese rice wine bottles. And what they would do, they would basically just blow it, melt down the sake bottles while they're on the ship, and then they'd blow it into the shape of a ball, and they would make a sealing button, like you see it on that. When they would seal the ball or the float, then they would tighten it up, and then usually there's a loop on the top. They would just tie that onto the different their long fishing nets. Some of those fishing nets will run miles when they're just thrown out, and they come back and harvest the fish that were caught in them. Well, the net basically is, you see, so I don't know if you can get that over there. See those without the net? There's a couple without the nets. All of these balls generally are used, when they were made, they were made to be netted and attached to the fishing nets. Over the course of the use over the years, the nets would break and these balls would float off, and they would float in on shore. In fact, I hear even now, from time to time, when you have storm chest, they'll find some, and although rarely you find any with the nets anymore. It's usually just the ball without the net on it because they broke loose and then they float in. This one I actually bought because it was unusual size and shape. It's like 51 inches in diameter, and it's a kind of a steel blue color, and it's really nice.
But again, it looks like the net's really designed to protect
that's
the ball
really
from
thick.
breakage.
Yeah, it's very thick. So you have different types. You have that, and most of the nets are like this type here. And then you have right behind you. There's a small like this. I don't believe this was original fishing net. Someone did that, and aftermarket. But probably the original net broke, and but they're great for decorative items. And then we have a couple like the ones here like that amber one. That net was I bought something off from Craigslist, and the guy had thrown a bunch of those nets. They were tags as made in Japan, so they're made for the aftermarket to display the balls. But they're really interesting. Each one is unique. Seam in the mold, and it has an indentation here, like they call the ponto, which is indented.
Yeah.
It all depends. Like some people don't care for those. And that's the bottom line with what I've been collecting. I different types because of the unusual shapes and sizes, and everyone is different. No two are the same.